What's up, you guys? It's Yasmin here, your favorite girl. I'm currently at the park right now because I'm studying, and I just I'm in my pause part. Look at this fluffy pants. She's so cute. Anyways, there's no light right here. It's better here. Anyways, lately I've been feeling so lazy and not wanting to do shit, lack of self-discipline and stuff. You just gotta work your ass off, get up from your fucking bed and study, even though you just keep wasting your time by just finding excuses, and the real time that you have to use to get your shit done is literally less time than the one that you use to find excuses. Just here to remind you, bitch. What I wanted to say, I am getting married. I'm just kidding. It's just the fact that I don't know, I wanted to talk about, sometimes I just have these random ideas and I'm like, no, you gotta make a video about it. So here I am, bitch. Anyways, I just forgot what I wanted to say. Oh shit, yes, this thing that I've just read on Instagram, the fact that you gotta change your perspective, girl. You gotta change it, because it is change your perspective, the one that says, why is this happening to me, to what is this teaching me, okay, right? Because yesterday, when I was sleeping, I heard God's voice in my head, and I was he was telling me, I'm with you all the time, listening and seeing. So he was lately I've been having a lot of mental breakdowns, and because I've been feeling everything is just going in the wrong way, and it's just you just it's hard for you to find motivation when everything's going wrong, but I'm Muslim, so our mantra, let's say, is always saying sabr, sabr, sabr. So it's just keep having sabr, and in the most unexpected way, that thing is going to happen to you, or even better. You don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has for you. So you gotta learn to trust him. Because again, we tend to give hype to people. We tend to give hype to people and not to our creator, who has created all of these beautiful things. You tend to hype celebrities and see them as God, whilst you don't idolize and don't give your hype to the one that created all of this. You give it to humans that can do this, and you don't give it to God that can do that's haram, because it's doing shirk. It's focusing on stuff that does not matter, and you give your energy and you hype stuff that doesn't have to be hyped, because the only one that has to be hyped and idolized is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So another thing is trust this process, because in Islam we say that before saying that you actually want to live, there's your soul, okay, your soul before being put in your body, and you're with God, okay, before getting here on earth, you're with God, you're with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he asks you 99 times, if I remember well, if you want to live. He shows you the real of your life, and he says he shows it to you 99 times, and he asks you 99 times, do you want to live after all of these things that I've showed you? And if you say yes, then you're going to live. Just imagine this. Why should have you said no? There has to be something for which you said 99 times, yes, I want to live. It might be that right now everything seems so ugly and so, without sense, whatever, but you gotta trust him. I heard his voice saying to me, trust me. I created all of this. I create the most beautiful things. Trust me. You're not trusting me, and you're trusting those people people who have created and you're not trusting the one who has created everyone and everything, that's haram, you know. Just focus on him. Focus on him and think about the fact that he won't fucking fail you. You just gotta trust him. And also the fact that you're not trusting him is making him, you know, is making him feel like he doesn't want to be with you. Like it makes him like think that he doesn't want to be with you, you know, because if he sees that you're acting in a certain way, of course he's like in a certain bad way, of course he's like going to, you know, not give to you the things that you want, whatever, because it's like you don't even trust him. So how is he supposed to help if you don't even trust him, but you idolize stupid people? Like, the fact is that, you know, there's another you know, Islamic quote that says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like his servant thinks of him. Like, if I think of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a certain way, I think him as a beautiful being, a beautiful being that always helps, that always listens, that always forgives, and that always gives in abundance, whatever. Of course he's going to think about me the same way that I think about him, or he's going to be the same way that I think he is, because this thing, like, you know, this quote says that, this Islamic quote basically says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the way that we think he is. If I think that he always does me wrong, that he always ignores me, he's going to be like this. So change your perspective. I just started praying again after a 5 months gap of not praying, and I've just, like, you know, the last 5 months I felt like I was let's say, like, forcing myself to do it. I wasn't really feeling it because I had lost all of the hope that I had. Basically, I was like, he's just going to fail me. Like, the things that I want are not happening. We're always here in the same fucking position. There's no change, you know. He hates me. He's going to fail me. In fact, I did not have any motivation with praying. I always found new excuses, whatever, and stuff. And I was like, no, that thing didn't bring me where I wanted, because it just, like, it was like this down. And I just realized that my life without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't make any sense. Like, it is completely without sense. I do things, if I don't have him as my priority, it's like my entire life crashes. It's like I start to compare myself to people. I start, like, to focus on stuff that does not matter. I start to self-sabotage again. I start not to be disciplined. I'm lazy, whatever. So it's like, start from one thing, which is for me Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which should be for all of you guys, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he's like the motor of everything, okay? And then from him, your life will change for good. And just trust him, and trust the fact that he's not going to fail you, because he loves you, and you've said 99 times yes. And every single time I have, like, visions about my future, about my successful future, and I'm like, when is this going to happen? Like, I'm still feeling like I'm here, you know, my future is there, but how am I supposed to reach it if I'm still here? And I'm always like, when? And I just realized that I just stress too much, and I should give, like, you know, priority, like, my priority to him, my trust to him. I should make him do all the work. I just have to think about the fact that I've said 99 times yes, and there's a fucking reason why I've said yes. That's it. Just focus on giving your energy to him, because if you give your energy to him, you're also at the same time going to feel better, because he's the only one that can make you feel better. So at the same time, if you give your energy to him, you're also healing yourself, and you're also giving your energy to yourself, because you're doing something that makes you feel good. And at the same time, you'll feel motivated to do other stuff, and also, like, you know, start to be gentle with yourself and not be so hard on yourself, because if you're starting you've been like a lazy girl or boy for a very long time, and all of a sudden you're trying to be this productive girl, whatever, or boy. It's like, slow it down, girl. Just like, or boy, slow it down. Poco a poquito, you're going to reach that goal. Like, you know, divide the goal in different parts. Don't do like, I need to do it right now, because of course if you're like programming like to do that stuff, you're not going to even do the 0.5% of that thing, because you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to do it, because you're going to feel demoralized by the fact that there's a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, guys, this is my advice for today. Trust him. He's not going to fail you. You have already said 99 times yes, there's a fucking reason. Just trust him, and put your focus on him, and everything will become alright again. So it's like, put your focus on him, and everything at the same time is going to be resolved, let's say. So yeah, if you focus on him, you also focus on your own good, and at the same time you'll always want to do things that will make you feel good, like, you know, work out, do stuff that will make you go outside of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid of only of him, and follow the fucking voice of your highest self that he sends you in your head. Even if it scares you, do it, because you gotta become her. Remove those old toxic habits that are no longer yours, because that's a past dead version of yourself. You're a new one. You're a new being. I love you guys. See you in the next video, inshallah. Take care.